Greetings and welcome to Prayerful Pause. I'm Nancy Woodworth-Hill, and amongst other things, a spiritual director. Today we will look at practices around beginning and ending a spiritual practice. So preparation is an important step for just about any task. Do we have the ingredients and implements needed? What about the proper place and time? How do we need to organize tools or clear space? What about the needs of the bodies involved? Are they fed, well rested? Likewise, cleanup afterwards is also important. Are the tools used replaced so they can be easily found again? Has there been an appropriate sense of appreciation and gratitude for the task accomplished? Preparation is important for several reasons. It helps us make a shift from one activity to the next. It gives us a way of naming what we are going to be involved with, adding a measure of focus. With regard to preparing for prayer, preparation helps us to achieve a waiting and receptive state, allowing us to acknowledge that we are in God's presence, and that we are ready to open to God's presence. When preparing for a spiritual practice, the important thing is to be intentional, thereby shaping ourselves for the time that we're going to give to this practice, and for the shaping of ourselves to what we are intending the practice to accomplish. There are several steps, and they can be made very short. Quiet yourself. Take the time to make a physical difference, perhaps in your posture, so from standing to sitting or sitting to kneeling. This is a physical way to move into a practice, marking the change from one activity to another. Second, breathe attentively. Continue to aid your body as you shift gears into a practice by being attentive to your breath. Slowing breath by breathing slower and deeper will bring relaxation, and in this state, you may more easily open to the presence of God. Another breathing pattern to bring calm is to inhale to the count of 4 and exhale to the count of 7, just a few times. This too will bring a relaxed sense of self. It's also possible to spend some time just sitting still, attending to the movement of breath through your body without shaping that breath itself. A third guideline is to pray. A very, very short piece. So you could, as you center yourself in God's presence, you could use a short prayer, such as a breath prayer. A piece of scripture, something like, "Be still and know that I am God." A chant, the Lord's Prayer, a gesture, so make the sign of the cross, or a slight bow, or hands together, or just the awareness of being in God's presence. Just a few moments for each of these. Make an intention, an opportunity to give yourself, your time, and your presence to God by offering an intention for the time you will be engaged in the practice, which aids in focusing the practice and can be a touchstone to refocus if you wander. It can be very intentional, such as prayer for someone in need, or far more open, such as an intention of spending time with God. At the end of the practice, it may be helpful to reverse this process to aid you to transition from prayer into the next activity you will engage. This too may be very simple. So 1, offer gratitude to God. Thank God for the time you have had together. A smile, placing hands in a prayer posture, a slight bow, a chant, whatever feels right to do. Let God know that you've appreciated the time together. Breathe attentively. You can use your breath to reconnect with your body, the noises and sounds around you, to prepare to return to daily activity. You can gather a bouquet of flowers. St. Francis de Sales gives you gives the image of a bouquet of flowers to be taken with you from periods of prayer. You can take it out and inhale its scent. So this bouquet is composed of a few words, images, thoughts, movements, whatever, that you wish to carry from the practice into your day. Create a record. Do you have a spiritual log of sorts? A journal with a few words, phrases, or sentences after each prayer time? Or an image? You could take a drawing or other way of noting your practice. This has the capacity to help you see over time the struggles of your soul, the attentiveness of God, the questions and hopes that are within you, and the grace that comes from God. If this video has been helpful to you, please consider sharing it. Go in peace.